How do you disagree?
They gotta be different skills.
The way I see it is that everyone has limiters, and you only become better at something once you surpass those limiters by traumatic situations. And so what happened was, it was really gross and I hated it, and then I threw it all up, and during that process, it's like, you know, when the Zenkai boost, when the Super Saiyans or Saiyans.
I was gonna bring up Super Saiyans. Yep, of course. Goku, with you.
Back, you guys talking about Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, of course. It's like when a Saiyan gets beat to shit, and they come back, and for no reason they're just stronger, like their base level.
I think I misunderstood what you were saying.
Okay.
So you were saying that you think that drinking like a whole pack of ices made you better at chugging beer.
Yes.
And see, what I was confused about was I didn't see the direct correlation, but I understand that what you think the limiting factor was the fear of throwing up.
Exactly.
So so it's not about drinking the ices quickly or how many you drank. It's the fact that you threw up because of it.
Yes.
That now you're like, I have seen death.
And so just naturally, it's like how Batman.
It is like Batman, huh?
Yeah, it's like Batman.
Yeah.
I had the opposite experience with ladybugs as a child, where I just just overdosed on ladybugs. So I was like, these things are a thing I hate. Kind of, yes, actually.
What do you mean, kind of?
My room was infested with ladybugs when I was like 12 years old, and I would wake up with them like crawling on my face and once in my mouth. Oh my God. I was just like terrified from that point on.
Ooh, like that one Linkin Park song.
Crawling
in my skin. So that's about ladybugs.
Yeah, exactly. But no, ladybugs fuck me up nowadays. I'm just like,
yeah. So if you were,
I knew this.
And then girls are like, oh, cute. I'm like, fuck.
If you were a superhero, then you could dress up like a big ladybug and terrorize.
Because of my traumatic past.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
That's
great.
I am. What was his name?
So what?
Le Papillon.
This feels like a Who's Line skit.
It is.
Oh, Ladybug Man.
Yeah.
So like girls are like, dude, like, oh, Ladybug landed you. That's so lucky. You're just like, I must be fucking so lucky then.
It's the opposite. Like, see a ladybug on the street and just get out of here.
That's
bitch ass.
What are ladybugs? What do they do?
Are they extinct? We're getting there?
No.
Obviously not extinct. They still
Speaking of, do you guys ever go into like one of those like nature museums? I don't know what the fuck they're called.
I mean,
a natural history museum of sorts?
Sort of. Where you go into like the bug thing and there's just like filled with like butterflies and moths or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that as a kid?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like bugs.
I'd say I enjoyed it. I was like, neat. And I'd go on and be like, giraffe.
I can't pinpoint the ladybug experience as to this other experience.
You know what I can't
But both of them were bad.
I can pinpoint a Calvar raid.
Whoa!
Give me them.
For the seven.
Very fucking nice, fella.
Wait, I hope you might have a thing coming up where we're gonna maybe get some beer.
I thought we were gonna do that right now.
I was thinking so too, but I almost want Ted to be here for it.
Ted should be here for it.
Yeah, we'll stall.
Yeah, we'll chill.
I have nothing to talk about.
We can talk about the I released a video.
We already talk about that. No, we have to talk about that. That was a part of the. I didn't make it onto the actual docket itself.
Oh,
but no,
hey, where the fuck did you go? I thought you were outside.
Hi. Hello. Let's pick the winner instead.
Cool.
Let's pick the winner. So we did a giveaway.
Wait, I have an idea.
Okay, give me a serious.
Can we
Calvar, good use of the most.
Can we each pick one and then toss them up in the air, and then no, you just want to pick one? That's so boring. Okay.
How's it boring? We can do a big lead up. You can pull the
It's
name.
happening right now. The big lead up.
Oh, ooh.
Friends, in my hands right now are 25 names because Ryan does not count in 26 retweets. All of which who are followers of our thing, Twitter. What is our thing called? Twitter. One of these people will win a 30 rack
of PBR.
Allston Beer Me.
Awesome beer me. From the deep.
All right, and we will end the.
When you're deep, you're deep.
I'm drinking mezcal.
Michael.
Oh, I can too.
End the attention.
Just one.
Just one.
If you guess it in the chat, you get a 30 rack.
Long reveal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 30 rack PBR, as paid for by Allston Melee, is ya dude. Has won a 30 rack of PBR. I like that. That's fitting.
That's great.
I'm with that.
Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the show.
Can someone please at ya dude on Twitter and also at us, and we'll retweet you immediately.
Dude.
So if you at ya dude and let him know that he won, we will retweet you as well.
Yeah. So, dude, if you're not in the chat in 10 seconds, we repoll.
No, he's fine. He wins. That wasn't part of the gimmick. Did you try to eat it?
Yeah, I thought it was funny for a second. I was
Did
like,
you eat it?
No one
Actually?
realized.
Yeah, and I was just eating
I only
paper.
realized you taking it out of your mouth.
It's right there.
You're disgusting.
It's paper.
Get out.
You're hot.
Thanks, man. You say hired or hot?
Hired.
I'm back in.
Back, and your first job was to buy a landline for the house.
I don't want to
And
do
if
that.
you're like,
Yeah, you have to buy it.
Oh! Because you need to pull it, you need to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Nobody
the
told
those
me.
are the rules.
Well, it was in the chat, Mike.
Should have known. I never read that. Ooh, that was perfect.
The rules.
Yeah, I'll be,
We actually have a good transition in chat.
What's that?
Someone says, if he's not here, I'm the default winner. Again, that person is Trail,
Oh yeah.
who won the Amano via 2 DQs.
Yeah.
True.
Oh my god.
with the Thug Finals.
That was a
That's
weird.
I bailed.
Who won Thug
Oh, yeah,
Finals?
sure.
Oh, Trail.
Trail.
Oh, okay.
It was
Against,
3-1 against Lobs Fox.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bob Fox.
Did he play Ices?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And he played
And
games
again,
too.
last game.
If you did not catch the winners finals of Amano, we had it was like literally the 25th and 26th seed
Yeah, I want
out
to
of a
see more of
26
those
bracket.
guys.
Yeah.
They
were
both
sick.
made it to winners finals after a bunch of upsets, and they both bailed.
Do you remember saying that?
They just left.
You didn't see
Yeah,
that?
they both
No,
bailed and they got
I forgot
DQ'd.
about it.
Trail won.
It was a weird Amano, but hey, next time we're just gonna do a better gimmick and probably put some money on it, and then we'll be back to normal, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see them right if they enter again. Well, it's
Tell
up
me
for
the
you.
DQ'd. The two people.
I mean, I could see from an outsider perspective being like, yeah, seed last from winners finals, like this is stupid. I'll just fucking.
Yeah, fine.
No, I don't think it's even that.
Didn't they were friends?
Yeah, didn't you realize they were friends?
I did theorize they were friends.
If the trajectory of East Coast Melee, Netplay, I should mention, keeps going the way it's going, I think there's a good chance next week we'll be talking about the decline of Netplay.
Yeah,
Because there definitely has been a drop off. I think people are like, oh my god, I'm
Sick of
fucking
this
done
shit?
with this.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, dude, I want to play Melee. And then I think a lot of people are now just like, I'm just going to play with someone.
Are locals coming back too?
That might be a different topic.
Okay.
kind of.
Tune in next week when we have more information.
Yeah.
New England
It's-
Melee not, though.
I think everyone's just sick of not
The
sick,
internet.
sick of like Corona, and it's like how it's kind of like wearing down.
It's number one.
I don't know. Not that it is. I haven't seen numbers in a while about any of the shit,
Jason.
so I don't really. Nice.
People don't want to hear about
See what
it
game that is?
anymore.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. To me, I'm kind of over it too, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
I'm not ready to like go to the model or like go to a fucking monthly or a weekly or whatever. But like, I just the general consensus. I'm kind of like, I've been protesting. I'm still fine. I'm like, I don't know. It seems kind of.
I'd go to the bottle. I'd ruin everything.
No.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Risk it all.
I'd put a mask on. I'm just
Like
kidding.
you wouldn't wear it.
No, no.
I
What do you mean?
donate, I
Or all
donate
the
to
time.
the model.
I donate to the model. I'll throw money at it.
I will donate to the model.
There's nothing else important going on that I
They're
have to
struggling.
give money to anyway. So.
But it's like I don't donate to the model, but I feel like I'm not even at the top of the pyramid
That was
of
not a
people
funny
that will
joke.
donate to the model.
Oh, sorry, I had to interrupt that. That was not funny. Fuck you.
I missed it because I was talking.
Nothing. Anyway. Man, that what a bummer of a headline that was to read. It's like, bars that don't serve food, like the model, in Allston the model,
Yeah.
are worried about survival. And I'm like, I'm worried about survival.
I mean, it's nothing that they fucking like. We didn't already know.
No, I know that.
It
It hurts to hear it.
it does hurt to hear it. But if anything, they singled out the model. I mean, the model didn't get help, and we love the model. It's our
home away from home.
It's our place. God, you had a good segue, and I ruined it with the thing.
There was multiple there. We had
We had so many.
we had a Corona one.
and then we got to the model, and then we got sidetracked.
Damn.
Reddit, right?
What are you doing?
What's that? What is that?
It's coronavirus in Boston.
Is that?
So recently, it's down.
When's that spike though?
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
That's a big spike.
It's like 45. It's like going down slowly, like 60, 40, 45, 179,
The U.S. hit
67.
2 million cases. Like today, I think. Or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That should be a big deal. Why didn't I hear about that?
People are tired of hearing about it.
People are tired of hearing
It's
about
not
it.
that it's like,
Not important. It's that people are like, I'm over this thing. That it's the whole Las Vegas thing blows my mind. Have you seen those clips? People are like, time to go back in. There's people in casinos,
packed.
like,
It's
yeah.
insane. It's insane. It's actually like a packed day at the casino. It's not even like regular business. It's
No
like
masks?
no masks. Oh my god. I mean, some oxygen masks because you gotta when you're old, but like no young people wearing.
I love Las Vegas in a way.
I'm a big fan of MMA content, and they've definitely had the magnifying glass on them with being able to host events again.
Fight Island.
Oh, it's so sick that you know about that. Yeah, Fight Island's a
It's called
thing.
Fight Island?
It's called
Yeah.
Fight Island.
Is it on an
It's
island?
called UFC, like C.
Like SEAC?
Yeah, it's on like an island in Abu Dhabi.
That's
And
right.
it's just blocked
I
off.
love Abu Dhabi. Huge Abu Dhabi
Anyway.
fan.
Speaking of
wait, I have one
depressing
more
They
thing.
news-
should have called it UFC. Just saying.
No, they did.
Eh,
They
no.
trademarked that.
They did.
Yeah,
Thank God.
yeah. John Oliver made a joke. He was like, "You should have called it UFC," and then Dana White was like, "We did now." Trademark.
And they should say something like, the fights are Titanic. Like
Nope.
the boat.
Nope.
You
I
don't
don't
think
think
so?
that's no.
No.
Miss. You just swung at
So,
the
that's-
speaking
basketball.
of swing and a miss, this is a perfect segue what I was going to talk about.
No,
Yes,
fuck
it
you.
is. Japanese baseball.
Okay.
They are, because
Fine.
nobody can go to these games,
You mean Tylenol?
they are filling the seats with stuffed animals. So
that's
that's
sick.
it's very cute and
They
funny.
call them plushies over there.
It's true, plushies.
Kind of related to Melee. I'll tie it back to
The
MMA.
segue just keeps going back and forth. It's like a relay.
A big conversation in MMA right now is the fighters now being able to hear the commentators, which is a thing that as Melee talked about a while, because like locals, you
yeah.
can always hear it. But like the fighters are now being directly influenced by the commentators,
Yeah.
partially because the commentators are like past UFC, like
Yeah.
or current
Pros and
fucking
shit.
And Joe
current
Rogan.
world. And Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan. So they'll be saying something, and then the post-fight interview, they'll be like, "Yeah, I was listening to Daniel Cormier, and I took his advice on what they were talking about."
Really?
Because just a fucking, you can hear everything.
That's hype. It's
It's
like
like wrestling too.
it's like
wrestling's
God's talking to you.
And, I mean,
That's
And Joe
sick.
Rogan.
And Joe Rogan, who's also God. Fun fact about Joe Rogan. Segue here.
Go on.
Fucking,
the Segway Podcast.
The
I
Melee
was-
podcast.
I just found out today that Alex19 watches Joe Rogan. Just wanted to share that.
That makes sense.
I just wanted to share that with the group.
Speaking of Alex 19 and commentators,
Oh, really?
we put out a video.
Oh my god, it all works! It's a circle! It's like the circle of life.
It's a loop,
Yeah.
much like commentary. Back to the.
Ooh, I don't know this.
Child.
You had your fucking moment where you set it up like American Idol and
How
you
am I supposed to
failed.
know?
I am Randy Jackson.
That's a no from me, dog. Continuing.
I'm Simon.
Are we Paula?
Who are we?
Oh, I got huge tits.
You are Paula.
I like it.
He's not. Yeah, you're Simon Cowell. You're definitely the.
I don't know. I'm
No,
rotating.
you're the person
You're
auditioning.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, Ryan.
He's the
Ryan
audition.
Seacrest?
Yeah, he's trying.
Oh, you're right.
I'm Ryan. I'm Ryan.
No, you're Paula, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
You got
Speaking
huge
of
tits.
Brian Seacrest and commentating over auditioning.
I don't like it one bit. That's my Simon Cowell.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Should do more of that.
You right now?
Yeah.
I'll do it for the rest of the podcast then.
You sound Australian.
Yeah, no, not really. I don't think I do.
That was English.
I like that the funniest bit Mike can do is him trying to be funny.
What's all that?
Want to go back to MMA? The MMA podcast?
No, your commentary video.
Oh!
You put out a commentary
I did.
video.
Some susceptible points
I
on
did.
the video.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's Epic Balls. Reddit hated it, but it got a lot of views.
I don't know. Do you want me to talk about the honest things I learned, or do you want to hate on Redditors? Red pill or blue pill?
Both.
Red
At the same
pill.
time.
No.
Redditors.
Red pill or blue pill?
Can we go back and forth?
No.
I want to see how many views it has.
Whatever you said red was.
Red pill. You want to take the red pill? Red
Yeah.
pill's honest opinion.
Blue pill, blue pill.
Blue pill. Go back
Blue
to
pill?
blue.
Blue pill?
pill.
Alright, blue pill.
What's up, Reddit?
Fucking Redditors.
Idiots.
No, yo.
The greatest way I can sum up people downvoting the video is the post on our Smash Bros I did. My comment of being, "Hey guys, listening to your feedback, whatever," got -4 votes. But someone being like, "My least favorite part of commentary is when ultimate commentators talk about ledge dashing or ledge grabbing or whatever the fuck it is." That was the third most liked comment on the thing. So I was like, "Oh, okay."
Maybe,
So
maybe the audience wasn't quite appropriate.
I am making content for David Patty, person who knows about Melee stuff and is like frustrated with commentary a little bit, or just like at least able to joke about it. And then someone watched the video and was like, "This isn't about fucking ledge dashing or ledge grabbing. I don't know what the fuck this is." On the other hand, commentators are like, I'm gonna write 3 paragraphs on how I'm offended right now.
Reddit sucks. Reddit is for people who walk down the stairs in the pool to get in.
I can't find the video.
Oh, it's done. Reddit destroyed it.
Take it down.
What are you trying to find?
Video.
It on
On
Reddit or
Allston Melee?
Found it.
On the channel.
Almost. That was good.
It should be.
1.3K.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's really not bad
And we're at 52. I think we're at positive upvotes, but just barely.
We edge it out.
Yeah. I like the video.
It's a good video.
I agree with all the points in the video, and the biggest opinion I can make on it is that if you watch the whole fucking thing at the very end, which maybe the disclaimer needs to go in the beginning, maybe that's a fair point for the hating videos, but at the very end it says, hey, these things can also be really good, and
Yeah.
take this what you will, whatever. It's different.
A bit of the red pill of the honesty. I will say, someone watching a video and getting frustrated at the 4-minute point or whatever, and being like, oh, I'm tuning out, and I'm going to write a comment about how I disagree. And even if I address their point at the 9-minute point or my 9-minute mark or whatever, that's my fault. You know what I mean? I didn't address their point early enough.
So I'm trying to pass Mike a note, but he can't read.
Oh,
it says Mike smells.
No, it doesn't.
Ted, judge.
Oh, I see you. You ran out of room.
Judge.
It's hard to read.
Does say Mike smells.
It's a
Must
visual.
be true.
Give me the pen. Continue talking.
But honestly, future videos will have the people of the ultimate Reddit in mind, and I don't mean that to say I'm gonna make videos for ultimate Reddit now. I'm just gonna I'll try to make it a little bit more accessible. And
what have we tried?
But still, people in the melee scene are the people I'm making videos
Patty,
for.
the best content is the content that you want to make, and it doesn't have to pander to an audience. It's fine.
I'm making videos for David Patty at the end of the day.
Perfect. That's
Fuck
all I
him.
wanted to hear.
I like that guy.
He's pretty good.
I want to see his videos.
More.
More.
But it was
More.
It was good, and that was whatever, and it's there'll be much more of it, and I can't wait for more of it.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
good, and it's cool. And
Okay.
At first I was like, fuck the ultimate community. I don't care about them. But I'm honestly making these videos because I'm inspired by wrestling and MMA top 10s, a community which I don't even really watch that much.
Watch Mojo
of their actual content. So it's I should be making videos that I can watch for the scene that I'm not even a part of. But anyway, fuck them. Fuck ultimate.
Yeah. Tune into our top 5 underused characters in Smash Ultimate.
That's no.
Video coming out hopefully next Sunday.
Coming soon.
My top 10 ultimate characters.
Isabel's
My
#1.
top least favorite ultimate players who main Yoshi.
Or instantly.
I want to start. Can we do those?
Content for fucking.
If only Ted voiced them over.
Yeah, I want to do those.
That'd be pretty good.
So Duck Hunt? Is Duck Hunt in this game? What is that?
I'm gonna call it Smash 4
Like-
by accident.
That's dope.
Like
Keeping
a
it
gun?
every time.
Oh my goodness.
So speaking of somebody who commented on the video, Micro Melee put out a video of their
Oh,
own.
true.
Because everyone during quarantine is like, oh, I can edit now.
What's it called?
And also,
No, I'm joking.
Junebug. Micromail put out a video about the idea of including more stages to Melee.
Yes, I saw the Junebug video. I did not see the Micro Melee video.
Yeah.
It's funny that your takeaway was that, because I had a different takeaway.
Oh, take me away.
A secret place?
I agree that was one of the points.
A sweet escape?
That's probably it.
I think so.
The takeaway I got from it was fuck FD. In particular.
For Micromelee.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Because I feel like that was a good part of the first 4 minutes. I went back and rewatched the whole thing, but that was kind of the takeaway that I got. Was
and you like FD?
Yeah.
Does any of us fuck FD? Do we?
Do you like it? Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh, you too.
Alright, it's alright. It's not my favorite.
Do you counterpick there?
When I'm playing Ice Climbers?
Yeah, for sure. Every time.
Yeah.
But do you ever get frustrated on FD?
When I'm not playing Ice Climbers?
You love chain grab.
It's true.
Yeah.
How mad would you be if chain grab won't available on it? Big long stage.
Available.
Big long stage, no available no more.
I'd be fine with it. I don't really care for it. I just do it because it's good.
Yeah.
And so I have to know how to do
It's
it.
the environment that you've been given.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you,
that
as
being said, I don't want more stages in the game. If anything, I would like less.
I hate that.
yeah, I kind of had the same opinion.
Less than how? Like, so we'll get rid of Pokemon FD? Is that the idea?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm fine with the stage list. I'm not like.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. Yeah. Like it's cool, but like if we're
I would rather go in the other direction.
yeah, if the option's more or less,
Yeah.
you're saying less is like let's go less then.
I don't think that we should take the Nintendo approach and say more character, more stage. Good. You like more character, more stage.
Item.
Take more character, more stage.
I think I disagree with it though, because like so the big thing with the video was not saying add stages that are in the game currently. Because the video kind of exists in this weird fantasy world where we can add our own stages to the game, and that's cool, and TOs can do that, and that's fine. Which, with Nintendo, probably doesn't exist, realistically. But whatever. Ignoring that, that's I think was kind of the premise of the video. Ignoring that,
You know that.
if you could make your own stage layouts, and then it was rotated in, I think that would be cool. I like that idea.
So I really, in terms of that part, I had a similar takeaway to Load Spiller's Ice Climbers post.
No way.
As that
You
way.
wrote a book about it?
No, to where it's just like, he was like, oh, there's this cool idea, but it's really subjective and it's up to the TOs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's the worst way of trying to convince the TOs. I do think it's a good way of getting the community to be like, oh, that's a thing I should consider.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's actually a good way of getting people to implement what you want. Like, I think if you were to do that, you have to be like, here are the hack stages which I suggest. You know, like, I think there's just a bit of disconnect in terms of saying, like, oh, TOs do it. Because the TOs are doing fucking 7 different jobs at the same time. And, like, I can tell you the amount of TOs who are experienced in fucking hacking the stages. Can't say G-Town knows how to hack a stage and make it, you know, a better FD. So I think it's weird to put the onus on TOs, because the TOs have made it clear, like, hey, I'm not a player of this game. Or, like, for the most part. Like, I'm the TO now. Mm-hmm. I'm taking this role. And I don't think that makes it so, like, I can be like, oh, I have this opinion where this stage should be good. I think that should be the kind of on the players, or, like, you know, the hacks monies of the world to be like, hey, I think this controller should be legal. I don't think it's the TO's job to make the fucking controller. I think it's Hacks' job to be like, this is what I present. And TOs be like, yes or no.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So that's the same. I got a similar takeaway from Load Spiller's post where it's like, here's a super subjective thing. It's like, no. You need to lay it out for what you're trying to implement. So TOs can easily be like, oh, this is what the rules are.
Don't give me half an idea.
It felt so my takeaway personally was like, oh, FD's bad from that video.
But the end of it was talking about the modded stages, and not if you don't know the video, then you wouldn't know that it's called Part 1.
Good point. Okay,
So,
I kind of did forget that. That is.
Let's not, you know, this is the introduction to the idea, and a big premise of the idea came from not Dota.
League of Legends.
Nope, very old. Brood War.
Okay.
StarCraft, yes.
StarCraft, yeah.
Gotcha.
Because they made their own stages to play on that would help like change up the field a little bit and give more variety.
Yeah.
And for them, it was keeping the game more alive. I think our game is fine at the moment, but I think it's a cool idea to consider in the future.
So TF2 had the same thing.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
actually
The
good,
competitive stages would change like per season.
It's modded.
That was his idea.
What's up?
It's modded. Like the stages are modded.
Valve just has an open.
There's community made maps and shit like that.
Community map making,
which is so
like
good.
software. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Ultimate has that.
Like Ultimate.
You can't
has
share.
weird to
You
think
can't
about.
share them.
Oh.
You can't share anything.
But, and so people who were passionate about map making in the TF2 community would make maps.
Those guys must be super cool.
No,
They're cool in my book.
they do great work. And then like
make
good
maps.
ones were like tested and everything, and
Yeah.
then if enough good players and influential people liked it, get it in the rotation. I think that was necessary for that game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's necessary for Melee.
Right now, there's no reason to push it.
What I was actually gonna ask, how like, do you know of any instances where people were like, here's this dope map I made for competitive Melee. Let's test it out and see if it'll work in like a format
There's
or
like
whatever.
the 20XX hack stages.
Which are good.
Which are cool, and I wish, personally, just on our note, I wish you played more of myself. Because I think they do bring something unique to the game, and it's cool to play on different stages.
The problem is you have no incentive to do that because if you're actually going to go to a thing and play the game, then you don't need that knowledge for anything.
Exactly.
And there's a bit of like, oh, I'm trying to get better, and by being better, that means I know when throw up air kills on stages.
Yeah.
That is like a part of it where I'm like, when I'm playing on those, longer FD, I'm like, this is not cool. But then like, my thing doesn't kill when I thought it would. I'm like,
you're trying to test things.
But I really think you brought up a point which I didn't even consider, like watching that whole video, where this is part 1, and I thought of the end of the video more of like a afterthought, like kind of like, oh, here's a different idea for how to, answer the question that I just posed. But I mean, hey, if part 2 is like, here are stages that I really like, here's how you download them, here's how you should try them. I think that's like the best way that Micro Melee could take in order to get changes done. But I don't know if their intention is to get changes done. Their intention might be conversation.
I think it's conversation.
Which is fair.
I don't think it's a necessary thing right now. When I'm playing on those stages personally, it's not about like, so yes, you lose the whole like you're practicing your kill percents on your moves, like 100%. But like, to me, I think a lot of melee players could actually benefit from more adapting on the fly in their movement opposed to memorized movement.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like, wave landing on a platform onto the stage or whatever, like very small interactions, or even ill canceling with certain parts of the level, like having to physically think about it instead of your fake, like, I'm going to memorize it is like, I think a huge thing to like get in your head.
I just wish, I hate the fact, I don't hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it so much.
God.
No. So we have these same 6 stages that we've been playing on forever.
Yes.
Like forever. And that's cool because it's like a legacy thing, and also it's like what everyone knows.
And they work.
And they work.
And it's fine. Like,
For the most part.
It's fine. It's cool.
But wouldn't it be cool if there's this one, like if there's, with 28 there's these modded stages or whatever that people have made, and if enough people were like, these are rad, could we like roll these out and like see if enough people would be willing to play on these like actually or whatever, and just, I don't know, I think it'd be neat and cool, and it'd be like fresh, and it's a fucking 20-whatever-year-old game.
So my counterpoint to that is Hax's Nightclub was like, hey, we're gonna play on modded Pokemon, which just makes it neutral. And then everyone was like, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
I have so much opinions about that.
Like, why?
And that was literally just freezing Pokemon on the intro stage.
Yeah.
And top players are like, this isn't even good practice. Because and it's like, and that's one little thing on a stage.
That leads me into my point, which is that like the idea is cool, and I like the idea of having a rotating, map list. I've maybe thought about it a little more now, and I'm like, that would be cool. Like I would enjoy that. But Melee is just so decentralized. Like it's so regionally controlled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it is.
And everything as it should be. There's no like in a lot of other communities. There's like the developer to pass down the map list, or there's like a unified scene because it's an online scene, so it's centralized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas we are so like spread out, so it's so hard to implement rule changes, which is like why we never see rule changes on a big level. And so I think trying something like this just brings into that factor that,
You know what I'm hearing, Mike?
what?
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing we have to start like New York is doing within the region, and we have to lobby and make. When you come to New England, we play in that weird Foresight level with the moving platform. That's just the stage we have, and you can come here and you can play on it, and then if you like it enough, maybe you'll pass on.
So I don't think that approach works.
You don't think?
And I have evidence to support it, which is Tri-State switching to Frozen Stadium in the NEPS era.
Yes.
Thinking with the same idea.
Yeah, this might pass on,
And
also be like this more.
Yeah, and about 6 months I think went by, maybe a year, and they just got too many complaints from their good players who were traveling. They're like, "Where's my practice on these transformations?" And so I think having one rule set for the entire scene is a good thing overall, especially for regional, players with top 100 admirations. Those traveling players and everything. Really what should I say? The magic of the scene.
Yeah, sure.
It kind of doesn't do them very good. It doesn't do them any justice to
Isn't
have
it-
an ununified rule scheme.
Isn't it wild that
You go.
Isn't it wild that I don't know? So we've tried, I think, a few times now. It's like have this Smash or the Melee Illuminati, like the people who are like the figureheads who like try to set shit up.
It doesn't. They're not.
It just doesn't.
Really. They
That's what I'm saying.
solve that, but they're not.
But
that.
nobody gives a fuck.
It's just like us being like, God, Smash community, we've decided that we are in charge.
They're the white kids sitting on the
Only
couch.
Melee podcast. It's like
It is I, Crimson Blur, and
Yeah.
So
So back to season 0 if you want to hear my opinions on that.
I remember we talked about this.
I would just let shit ride. Just fuck it.
And it's like if we want any not permanent, but like fucking changes to be widespread, it would have to be a centralized like government or some shit to be like, so this whatever we're trying to
it
do
can't
this.
go wrong.
And it never fucking works because nobody gives a shit about these people, and Melee is so regional that like with the Hex nightclub thing, even though that's like a very conservative view to be like, I don't like this because we.
Well, we're talking about two different things here. We're talking about two different New York eras.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So 2 points on that. First point being, I think the age of Netplay just says fuck it to all that. You know what I mean?
Chaos everywhere.
Like in New England Melee specifically, it's like, oh well, we can run whatever we want. Doesn't really matter what G-Town thinks this time. You know, there's no PRs. Like, it doesn't matter if our tournament means anything. Like, and in the same way, like Saves and Title could be like, fuck it, I'm doing Frozen Stadium for my Friday tournament.
You're not doing anything. You're stuck at home. You want to play the game. I have an opportunity, and guess what? It's a little weird.
Now we're getting wacky.
And I do think because of this, Netplay tournaments will exist in the post-COVID era. Like, I think this makes it more legitimate. I think people have entered enough for people to like this, and especially people who might live 45 minutes from the nearest local, which is once every week or bi-weekly or whatever the fuck. Like, I think that creates more of an environment for those people to continue to enter these tournaments. Second point, which I'm going to tie it all the way back to MMA again.
No,
And I swear this is because it's relevant again. So something happened. So there's UFC, right, which is like fighting. There's also grappling, which is just like the wrestling part, right? And there were multiple wrestling organizations that were just having different rules and had like different types of things.
Roman Greco and freestyle.
So there's like really
sumo.
big
SmackDown, Raw.
So there's really big organizations doing different grappling things, and no one's really watching. Why would you? Like that? There's no like UFC. There's this rankings. There's a thing to follow in the same way of Melee. But
they like it because they like it.
But grappling, the biggest companies unified their rules. So now all the biggest grappling things follow the same sort of criteria in terms of what they're judging off of. And that blew the fuck up the sport. A sport inside of a sport got blown up because of that. And now grappling is becoming more of a legitimate thing. Because they have a unified rule set, they're able to push it a lot more. They're able to be this company versus this company. And more people care about it. And I think that's sort of related to Netplay. Where it's people don't really give a shit about this, and we can do these fucking crazy different stage ideas in this format. Because it doesn't matter what fucking Jogo guy thinks. Doesn't matter what the UFC thinks.
Robin.
So I think it's cool. I think this opens up the door, but you really have to take advantage of that door.
Okay, so I'm going to take it a step further. I'm springboarding. It's a really interesting idea.
Oh my god.
In the post-quarantine era, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that is.
Locals exist.
PQ.
I think, let's say, whatever percentage of old Melee players return or they're playing tournaments, there's still that population you talk about who maybe didn't go to a lot of locals or don't have access to locals or whatever, that have been entering Netplay tournaments, that are going to continue to enter Netplay tournaments, and that's going to create a scene, and that scene could be the kind of guinea pigs for different game modes.
Yeah.
So they could be running the Hack stage tournament, whatever.
Because who cares?
Yeah. It's kind of hard to do on Netplay because everyone's got to have the same game file.
I mean, we ran in a mono with all those fucking stages.
But those are all Melee.
Yeah, those are.
I agree, but
you need 20xx to
we had the
steal,
freedom
cool
to
ones.
do that.
Yeah.
There was never a conversation this
exactly.
tournament counts. Are people not going to come to this tournament because
because it's not,
we're doing this weird rule set? We just put fuck it. Enter if you want to. It doesn't matter to us. It's a Netplay tournament.
It's not the only option. Because we're regionally based, a tournament is a person's only way to play Melee. A lot of times.
Yeah.
And so if you fuck up their Melee, they're mad. They don't have another option. That's their Melee.
I do question. Sorry. How many people are going to continue to play Netplay as religiously as they are right now after everything is done back?
Probably not a lot. A lot of them are just gonna play normal Melee.
A fourth? Is that fair to say? A fourth of the people?
I think like
A fourth might be generous.
like very generous. I think.
I think that we're shooting in the dark. And
Yeah, we are generally, and also like it depends on like when quarantine ends. Basically, more playing Netplay, people aren't going to still want to go to locals.
For a little bit.
So like then that's going to fluctuate. I feel like.
I actually feel like it's a bit on the organizers as opposed to the Netplay people, to where it's like, you know, Saving the Title is running tournaments that are getting 100 entrants right now. In the post, you know, locals are a thing era. If he's getting 25 entrants on his locals, is he still running it? You know what I mean? Is there still a reason for him to do that? And he's getting like a quarter of the viewers on Twitch. Is there still the need to do that? Because I feel like he could easily hit 25 entrants, you know, on his at least 50 viewer stream.
But also
What's the point?
but also the region he attacks. You know, like if you're doing an Netplay tournament for only 20 people, are you really making it all of East Coast? Do you want the connection to be better?
Thank you.
Like there's like a whole, I feel like there's an
Yeah.
argument there too where it's like, okay, like quarantine's over, Florida has their weeklies back. We're gonna ignore Florida a little bit. Maybe push out like New Hampshire, Maine. Like we're gonna centralize it a little bit more. Because you also need to, if weeklies are back, you need to avoid the days in which those regions have their weeklies, their main weekly, like their NGP.
So this presents us an opportunity. Is what I'm hearing.
A mono on Sundays.
No.
Okay, never
In
mind.
a post Rona world where locals
PQ.
are back, do we keep running a mono as an experimental rule set Netplay tournament?
That's super interesting because it's like,
Going off the
imagine New Game Plus and fucking Bar are back up running, and me and Ryan are also running the stream for those tournaments again. In the Corona is dead era for whatever reason.
It's fine. Everyone's cool.
Yeah.
It's back to normal.
Suddenly we have a Monday and Tuesday, tournament again. Bi-weekly. So it's like, oh, when do we do a mono? Do we do it on the offset of Bar? Like, there's a conversation there because tournaments are back and Netplay is the only option.
Yeah.
But ultimately, fuck Netplay. I'm with that. I'm with that.
I'm also with that.
The experimental thing, and that we don't have to be that fucking carrier after, but we could be if we wanted to. You know what I mean?
I mean,
If the fan
it's an
base
idea.
is like fucking we
It's an
want
idea.
it, then yeah, let's do it. If they're like I don't care, then why do we care?
So I think a huge part about the whole stage conversation is what are we even fucking gaining from the stages? What's happening to the matchups in the game? Other than seeing these pretty stages with maybe alternate music or something, a fresh thing, what's
No, that's a
actually
good
changing
point.
about the game?
And
What are we trying to... Are low tiers and characters that are not top 8 right now, are they getting better? Are matchups in the top switching at all?
that's another
And
whole
on that-
can of worms.
It is, but it's like, why even change it if I don't personally believe that Fox Mars is any different anywhere else?
And that's a really good point, because that's exactly how the juggle guys of the world think.
Yeah.
When you're like, hey, this is what I'm fucking presenting, they're like, what is this change? Am I getting more viewers?
Is this stage
on my
dope
Twitch?
for Mario?
Am I getting more entrants?
Why
What's
do we
the
want this?
point?
Yeah.
And I think those people have considered the idea of like, oh, maybe we add a ban to the best of 5 because, Martha's dumb against Spacey's and there's this counter pick stage. And
It's baby shit.
It's baby shit.
I'm down to be like, fucking, let's radical think. Let's go a step past that fucking ban in a best of 5. Let's just add fucking modded stages. I think that conversation is needed. Let's fucking jump it.
But I think a naysayer's response to that would be like, the goofy Netplay tournament that does silly things because it's a goofy Netplay tournament.
Or the goofy major that does silly things that no one really cares about. Oh, haha, Smash Camp running funny stages.
That's true.
You
People
know?
love Smash Camp.
But like, so if
I
I
Smash Camp.
and I haven't participated in like a voting for any kind of PR, any kind of panel, whatever. But like, fucking like, Mango winning on a different stage list to me wouldn't matter. It's still the same game. It's still the same fucking fundamentals you have to be playing on.
Yeah.
Like, well, and I don't know, and that's based on opinion. But I think like to me, it's just a different environment. It wouldn't be like, oh, well, he won on fucking janky ass, fucking other Kirby stage with 2 platforms and the things pushed together. Like, that can't count. It's like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's just a different fucking environment.
Let's take that mindset a step down and incorporate a Twitch viewer. Ted Green, say you're playing against Calvar on the friendly setup at fucking this here in Higgins.
Okay.
In Allston Street.
17.
So you're playing him here, and you're playing on the hack stages. You know, I feel like there's a little bit less legitimacy in terms of, oh, I beat Calvar in a best of 3 or whatever when you're on the hack stages.
So I'll have to take it back to TF2 again.
I love it. Melee and TF2 are the same game.
I can't wait.
And MMA.
So TF2 has 2 game modes, right?
Uh-huh.
They have 2 sets of rules for 2 different games.
Like singles and doubles, kind
It's
of.
both TF2. It's the same platform. It's the same game, like you say. They're still doing the same techniques, but they are completely different games. Sixes versus Highlander. It's a completely different format. If you're good at Highlander, you're not necessarily good at sixes. If you're good at sixes, you're not good at Highlander. They're different things. And so that's why I think, like, if you got little things like Frozen Stadium versus not Frozen Stadium, like, I don't really care about that. I don't want to split hairs. But if you're talking like a whole different stage list, that's 2 different games.
I have a
like,
question.
those are separate.
So I immediately I disagree. But what I want to hear, because I don't know about TF2, what is the difference between Highlander and
Yeah.
and the game? If it's the stage list, you got me. Fuck me. If it's not, I disagree.
You
So
guys are
it's
spoiling
stages-
come into the closet.
It's
is what I wanted to
stages,
talk
number of characters, the character class limits.
Yeah, I think it's a moot analogy.
More specifically, Ryan, I think it actually does hold ground.
It's a step. It's just like a step. Like it crosses the line. You know what I mean? Like that is a big example of the small thing that's.
I think it's a dramatization of it, because like if you're limiting characters now, if you said like let's include 4-side level and also ban Peach, then I'm like, yeah, that is the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's just stages in the same mechanics. But Patty, go ahead. Please.
Teacher, sir? Teacher?
Ryan hates when people raise their hands.
Is it similar to what the fuck is that version of Melee? You know that modded version of Melee?
They're both competitive.
You mean 26?
Same. No, it's not
No,
SD
no.
Remix.
SD Remix.
SD Remix.
No, I'm saying, is it like if SD Remix was a legitimate side event?
No.
No.
I think
I don't think it is.
Ted's right, but he's also wrong.
No way.
Build. He's both of them. Build. So, I just really want to talk about Highlander, so I'm going to talk about Highlander. Highlander in TF2 is when you have a team of, it's 9, right?
9, one of each class.
9 players on a team, and each player plays whatever class. So you can only have one of each class.
There are 9 classes.
That sounds sick.
Yes,
there's one of each.
it's fucking rad.
In normal TF2, can you pick
In normal
9 of the same characters?
In normal competitive TF2, it's 6s, which is usually 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, a demo man, and a mech.
Is that just the accepted like competitive format?
That's
6s?
Like no, I'm saying
that's
can
meta.
I pick any character and suddenly we're a gimmick
you can
team?
pick any character.
But you're gonna lose.
But you can't have more than 2 scouts or more than 2
Yes.
soldiers or
Okay,
more than
alright.
one demo and more than one.
So in the alternate version, there's just limited to 1 only. So you can't have 2
because
scouts.
it's from the movie The Highlander, where the thing is there can only be one.
That's sick.
And it's my
so cool.
Just sidebar, nastiest Highlander spy to ever play the game, by the way.
Okay.
Hold on, CG Gold as a spy, but
Well, alright, never mind.
Work with my melee brain. Is it like if we played crews and then only had 1 of each character on the crew?
Of like,
yes, it would be
like-
akin
like-
to playing crews or doubles versus singles.
As
That's
if
much better
like
analogy.
like we think, oh, Fox is broken in this game, so now we have crews. I don't know, whatever.
it's mostly just that.
Okay, it's mostly because 6s is the best competitive format, but people like an excuse to play the other characters
Spy.
because they're fun.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
And
love
so-
tiers. Which could be like if you include more stages, ideally it'd allow you to play more characters.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
Which would be your point. Okay,
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, we have the stage that benefits Mewtwo, and it's
Yeah,
like,
the
well,
Mewtwo stage.
and it's because, well, but since the stage for Mewtwo exists, now Mewtwo becomes viable
Yeah.
And we like this rule set better because it includes Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just worst sniper. Spy sucks.
That's
Spice, the worst.
Spies are easily the worst.
How do you guys feel about? I feel like I'm done on this. I feel like this is stages.
So who's the leader of TF2 competitive play?
Isn't Soldier?
John TF2.
Soldier? Is
Is
that
on sixes? The demos, the DPS.
already? Keep going.
Wait, no, I don't want this. No, I don't want this. I don't want
It's
this.
barely the
No,
pocket
bad touch.
soldier.
I want something else. I want the first topic.
Oh fuck, we're too far.
We went too far? The answer is sixes is great.
No, the answer is talking about Netplay, and I call him real quick because Cav always been bringing it in the chat. He's curious about it. They brought back salty sweets.
I saw.
Salty sweets are
I
back.
have opinions about
I
this.
heard you were talking about this.
Yeah,
I have
it's
opinions
called
about
the Octagon. It's sponsored by the Golden State Warriors, which is Zane's sponsor.
Cool.
Which is very funny.
Very cool.
Is he
And-
really sponsored by the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah.
What? It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. Golden State Warriors esports, but like,
Kinda.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Him and Kevin Durant
Same
are
owner.
the same.
same team.
Well, fuck him.
They are in the same locker room.
Let me put it this way. It's like I'm employed by the Tampa Bay Lightning Bolts.
And you are, Patty.
Are you still?
Sure.
Do you still do that?
Yeah.
No, cool.
It's super sick.
What is it, Ryan?
So Netplay salty sweet. Do you guys remember the last salty sweet?
Yep.
No, I couldn't tell you the last one.
It was Apex.
That was the last salty
Yes.
sweet?
Yeah.
Oh my
There was
god.
a quasi one at one of the Evos.
I think it was. I think there was.
There was, but it was like doubles, and like
Paragon.
there was like an FD master match between Mango and Armada.
Remember the double
Mango and
circuit?
Leffen played a money match too.
They did, yeah. I think it was
Mango won and Fox did us.
Oh yeah.
But he lost
It
his
was
money match, I think, didn't he?
He won in bracket. He lost in bracket, but he won the winning match.
He won the Fox Ditto money match.
Yeah.
He fucked him up.
He did. It was,
super sick Fox
and I
Ditto.
remember Leffen being like, I didn't want to be there. Like, it was.
Yeah, so many shots.
Yeah. But so
Sorry.
No.
The last salty sweet was the Fenrir Lamar versus Scar at Evo.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
well that,
I
but
think.
see, I'm talking about salty sweet in a sense that there are multiple matches that are revving up to one big
They
thing.
did. They tried to.
They tried. Yeah, they
They
tried.
had multiple matches,
I
and,
can't
and then a
tell
lot of
you-
them fell through. So then it was just like Scar versus different people, or Fenrir Lamar versus different people. But they really tried to, and then that was a setup of Ludwig's career.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
the roast was.
No, I think he's probably pre-roast.
I think that was pre-roast.
Who?
Great point.
That was
Anyway,
pre-roast.
Scar beat the shit out of fucking Fenrir.
I think that was like the last salty sweet.
So
Yeah, you know what, Patty, I can't say no to that.
So
Yes.
if we're an alternate no Corona timeline and it's September, we would be saying Shine 2020 baby. Salty Sweet was so sick. Thorn vs. Joy Boy.
Oh.
The other beef we have
Corona
going
ruined
on. The other
everything.
beef we have going on.
Abernathy's probably playing somebody.
But Abernathy Loadsmiller debates Young Bones live on stage.
Or on the stage. Kevin's yelling at this like,
We have more beef too. Who else had beef in them?
God, you know,
There's plenty of
there was
I
more.
know.
There was more.
who's the racist?
Oh,
guy?
you know what? There was the state
No.
crew battle. The
The
state crew
state
battle.
New
was good.
Hampshire,
I'm
yeah.
kicking you off this podcast.
Salty
Yeah,
Sweet
the
with a
rest-
crew battle in it?
Yeah.
So poggers.
Yeah.
Down.
But we don't have that. We're
We don't have that.
we're in Corona times. We have Netplay tournaments,
We had big plans. It was going to be the Allston Melee Salty Sweet.
and it's not. It was, and it's not called the Salty Sweet. It's called the Octagon, like a fighting thing.
Can I-
It's a fighting game. Please, Patty, please.
Okay. all
Tell
right.
me about it.
Hold on. Before you say that, are there any other that I don't know on the list besides Zane versus Mango?
Yes.
What is the list? Because the list I saw. don't know
I
if
think
it's
I want to wait for Mike to come back. There he is.
I'm sorry. It was really
Oh my god, his six pack is showing.
my good.
What is
Alright,
the list? 'Cause maybe I just changed my opinion right here, right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's reasonable. Alright, so I want to first, let's just think about the other Salty Sweet we had at Apex of a similar format. We had West Balls
Let's just say
Cobalt.
the GOAT Salty Sweet.
Yes. We had West Balls Cobalt.
Which is
We had two Ganons. We had Bizin, Eichelman.
Which was dope.
Because Kage dropped out.
Was dope.
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
Was dope.
We had Did I say Westball's Cobalt?
PC
Yes.
Chris
PC Chris
versus
Ken.
Ken,
So sick.
which
Oh,
was
that did happen.
which was cooler on paper, not as cool I think in the actual.
Oh,
match.
we
I
had
saw it,
Axe Silent
I was
Wolf.
a doc kid.
Axe Silent Wolf.
Axe
which-
Silent Wolf was Axe washed him again. for
forgettable.
sure.
I'm pretty
Yep,
sure.
forgettable. Yeah.
Very forgettable.
And we had a left and chilling dude.
I forgot it.
Left and Chillin'.
That
Yeah.
was the list.
And I think it was pretty much set up off the fact that Left and Chillin' Dude have beef,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And they added more matches to that.
Yeah.
Take my color back. No.
And I think
Respect your elders.
Thank you.
my personal opinion is that they figured it out as it went. I think Scar's a great person having that position, but I think when the scenario is like, here's my beef question, and they go, I like him, I also like
That
him,
sucks.
then it's like, how am I supposed to do my job? Which I get, but like, there's a part of it where it's like, oh, we're figuring it out, you know?
Please go ahead, actually.
I was just gonna say, you're so right about the Scar thing. Fucking having this dude there being like, what do you think? It's like, and when Scar, he's like, and when Blah heard that Eichelman was gonna be replacing him, bonk.
I'm going to biz on him!
I was more of an easy money, which is the best.
And I think it's way
Both
better,
those things.
like at the end when they're like, you said this tweet which was pretty mean. What do you think about it? And Levin's like, I kind of don't like him, personally. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's what we should be going for. You guys nailed it here.
Not really.
Really?
I want people to hate each other.
I want, if it's gonna be like a show, I don't want Levin being like, honestly, I don't like him. Like that's
That's great. That's so less
So with that list
I do
said,
too.
It's too real for me. I don't like
with
it.
that
Real
list said,
Housewives.
what's the list of this one? The Octagon.
Real quick, can anyone tell me what the title card match was for Westballs versus Hellball? What was like the narrative they set up for it?
Fucking
Hold on.
Westfalls was one above them on the SSBM Top 100, I believe.
That I think that was a part of it. I'm not saying that exactly,
I think
but
there
that's
was
good
more.
to know.
I think there was more.
Well, no. It's like that's the actual reason,
Yeah.
Ted, why there would be beef. But the words behind it was the immovable object versus the unstoppable force.
Yeah, I mean they're both also just the very technical spacey.
It's
of
funny.
that,
It is.
yeah.
It is.
And then Westball just shit on Cole.
Yeah, he did.
Anyway,
Cool guy.
let's talk about
That's
this.
my cousin.
So I think I have it is
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
Colin
That's right.
Green.
I don't know why I thought that was.
I think I have the order correct here.
Okay.
So far there are 4 matches that are up there.
When does this take place, Ryan?
What?
Sorry. When does this take place?
This was June 20th.
10 days.
So we'll talk about it more probably next podcast
Whoa,
if it's
really?
more data.
That's 10 days from now?
Yes.
Anyway, so starting off, also commentary for the whole event, Scar and Toph.
Cool.
Cool.
So under commentating, cool. On Netplay, it might be a little weird. We'll see. Hopefully it goes well.
Let's hope Scar's playing a mobile game.
Honestly. Alright, first match.
I don't know. I
Fir-
might have just made that up.
No, it's real. Final
Like,
Fantasy.
I was really trying to find a clip of that, and I might have just made it up, dude.
No, it's real.
he did. No, he did.
It's
He
an
was.
Evo.
I specifically remember
I
him
remember.
having the phone like here and just being like, and Toph being like, getting those gems or something, or like a whole.
Fucking
Dude,
Scar.
it might just be. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so first
Haven't
one
seen
is New Blood versus Old Blood.
Okay.
A returning hero of Salty Sweets, West Balls
Okay.
versus
Of course it is.
IBDW.
Continue.
That's the opening match. I know that for sure.
I'm-
They said that in the tweet. They're starting it off with that match.
I haven't swayed my opinion yet. Keep
Can we
going.
do like? Can we do?
That's first to all these are first to 5 as well. First to 5.
10 green rules?
I don't believe the green rules are in effect. They will probably play it on the same stage at least once.
Ryan,
Illegitimate!
Yeah, honestly.
Ryan, can we do like an off the jump, like fucking, like prediction, like straight, like who's gonna win?
Yeah, if you want to, you can.
I would love to. Westball's gonna get his ass.
I don't care.
All right, that's a good answer.
I mean, it's a matchup.
That's the point. There's no narrative.
But you don't care who wins that at all.
No.
I don't think I have.
You wouldn't even guess. Like,
I guess.
I've been guessing. Yeah, I think Cody's gonna fuck him up.
It's just that I have any like narrative. Is there anything that's driving me to be like, can't wait to catch that one? Not really.
All I'm saying, Mike, is that when West Balls is at Game 5, you're gonna fucking care.
Yeah, I hope so.
You're gonna care.
I hope it's fun to watch.
If it's a 3-0, I agree. It's like, who cares? This is stupid. They just dragged West Balls into this. If West Balls has a chance of actually winning, then it's going to be something that's talked about.
I don't know if West Balls was dragged into it. I think he was like, can I please do something? I've been on the decline for a little bit now. I need something to do. Maybe I'm a hater. I don't know.
I mean, it's very similar to the West Balls Cobalt thing, which is why I mentioned it, is that now we're just getting Cody. I think Cody is, controversial opinion, better for Cobalt.
Whoa!
I mean, for their time periods, not by much.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
true.
Cobalt was like 11 at one point, wasn't he? Or something? Maybe I'm a crazy person.
I think
Cobalt was top 10, I think.
He was 10.
I love Cobalt.
Yeah. No, I mean Cody.
Oh, I was talking about Cobalt.
I'm not sure what Cobalt was.
Cobalt was 11 or 10. I think he was 10.
I think he was 11.
I don't think it was top 10. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Alright, moving on. Next up, this one is my least favorite of the bunch, I think. It's the teammates fight each other. SFAT and Pew Pew U.
Oh.
First to 5.
Okay.
That was my least cared about.
That's fair.
I kind of like that one. Foxmarth.
Foxmarth's alright.
Who doesn't like a Falcon Ditto? Most Falcon mains, honestly, don't like Falcon Dittos. S2J and None.
I'm down for that.
That's hype.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good match.
That's a fun match.
That's a good match.
And then you have a title card match, which is Mango's Zane.
Cool.
So that's the event, June 20th.
I think those are pretty good openers.
That's the idea.
How do we not learn from Cobalt versus West Balls? How are we setting up a Cobalt versus West Balls again? I guess maybe in the age of Netplay, this is a little bit different. I just think it's so offensive to call this a salty sweet because literally,
Wish you're not. Wish you're not. I'm calling it that.
None of these players. That's fine. That's fine.
They call it the Octagon.
But I just feel like that's the intention. None of these players have beef. Like none of these people are gonna shit talk each other.
Johnny and Nunn do have beef.
They're gonna shit talk each other. I don't feel like SJ is gonna say anything.
Well, it's Netplay. They don't have to.
You could have set West Balls up with so many people to make him shit talk them and then to shit talk them back.
I think West Balls has a negative opinion for Cody.
But I don't feel like Cody's gonna have the dopest response.
Yeah,
I feel like there is.
He's gonna say West Balls, you're bad. I'm better than you. Isn't that good shit talk? I think it's great shit talk.
No, because there's no narrative. That's my biggest gripe.
Okay.
Is that when people genuinely have beef with each other, I think it creates scenarios for people to actually care about them. I think the less people care about them, the more it looks at as just a match. And I think, honestly, SFAT versus PPU is a good thing to throw that on. In a thing where not a lot of people have beef with each other, if that's not the aim, then throwing SFAT versus PPU is a good match to kind of qualm people like me who are going to be like, fuck, this isn't a salty sweet. But I just feel like making it...
Shut up.
What?
I have something to bring up. Continue. Sorry.
First off, making it Netplay makes it so much more not count for anything. I don't even know idea.
Did you not know how to pronounce brisket?
No, it wasn't brisket. So,
what was it?
Bake Off. Okay. Oh, the reveal. Okay. So.
My whole point is if there's no narrative for them to be mad at each other and for them to actually me to care about their beef, then I don't care. I think honestly, fuck Netplay. Have Leffen and fucking West Balls play from half the country away, and I'll fucking watch that more than I will watch fucking.
I think what excuses the rule here is the SJ None. Not because there's no beef. It's just I think it's interesting because there is conversation. Being like, fucking Falcon, who's better at what, and yada yada. So it's cool to see them go against it. I guess it being a Ditto kind of negates the whole fucking, but this and that. But you're right in saying that what really makes an entertaining fight, which has been shown by fucking professional wrestling throughout its existence, is that there has to be a storyline or set up a narrative that's just fucking the best money match or salty sweet or whatever the fuck of all time. Is Low Tier God, and the guy's name who I had to look up because I didn't know how to pronounce it is Viscant. You've seen images of that, probably.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's because, I think it was after the match, they literally got in each other's faces, and there was words.
It was salty.
That it was
It
fucking
was actually salty.
They didn't
salty.
like each other.
They hate They both said things that I will not repeat on this podcast.
And the closest thing we've ever had is Chillin' Dude and Leffen being kind of subtly mad at each other.
Okay.
And we thought that was so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just counter your points real quick.
Okay.
Okay. It's called the Octagon, right? It's not called the Salty Suite.
Sure.
You're getting stuck on Ryan's word of Salty Suite.
Sure.
Just like you're super stuck on it having to have beef because it's a Salty Suite. It's just a matchup. You've been talking about also how much you love MMA and love watching MMA.
That every
MMA
single fight card that has been successful has been based off of beef. MMA specifically tries to imitate the WWE thing and promotes people who are down to make themselves a character. In the same way where West Balls is down to make himself a character and make himself be just like
I didn't know that about
beef
MMA.
against, that is a 100. Colby Covington is a great example to which someone who has just been like, oh, I don't really have a career, but suddenly I'm going to be like a character and now I have a fucking huge career and now I'm being pushed. That's a real thing. That is a 100% real thing in MMA. To where they imitate WWE because it's not just about me fighting you.
I thought
it's
was
about
like
the
two
narrative
sides of the
behind
coin.
me fighting you.
It's not even that it's not going to be as engaging because there's no beef. It's just that because it's like a match that exists in like space and has no like because it's not a tournament match. There's nothing that like there's no what am I trying to say? If somebody loses, I don't give a fuck because they're not out of the tournament, and the person who wins doesn't move on because it's like some great feat they perform or anything. It's just a match with two good players that could be interesting and engaging. It's just that if it's going to be this whole thing that they're building up as an event, I have really no reason to be like, dude, I can't believe that SFAT totally demolished PPU or something like that.
I agree with that.
Here is my point to counter all your points about this. No, I think Ted's on the right page here. Personally, so you guys are saying that there's no beef, and I want you to answer me this: do you think West Balls and IBW have the consensus on who's better than who?
So, like,
Yes or no?
No, but because West Balls is a moron.
No, but yes or no? Do you think they agree on who's better?
no, but I don't.
Ted, do you think they agree on who's better?
But I don't think playing a best of
Yes,
first of
but
five
West
on
Balls
Netplay
won't
will
do that.
prove that. Is what I'm saying.
What?
I don't think playing a first of five on Netplay will prove who's better.
I mean, but for right now, why can't that be the standard? Why can't that be what they go off of? Because if they both agree to the rules, then they can both agree that the winner is the winner.
In my mind, I take as much legitimacy as Pew beating SBAT as I do Michael beating J-Flex on Netplay at Save.
I actually agree, yes.
Like that, there's not that same legitimacy to where we're like at the fucking tournament playing LAN with a crowd behind you. That is the closest thing to a real tournament set possible, as opposed to Netplay at your house being the farthest thing possible. To where I think the match is still interesting. Yes, I would still watch Pew versus SFAT play on Netplay, but I don't have the same feeling that Mike has a takeaway, which I think nailed. Where it's like I don't have the feeling, oh, he's better. There's no stakes.
So here's my question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is speculation. This doesn't have to be what the case is. But what if this isn't the main event? This is the precursor. This is the event that until we have normal events,
Yeah.
then the normal event is, well, yes, Cody beat West Balls, but now we're on land. How do you feel? That shit was on Netplay. That shit's fake. I'm gonna fuck you up. Maybe this event doesn't like get your bones going as much, but I think this and Golden State Warriors can definitely pull it off. An actual event where the results do matter and you would care about them.
I think that was going to be my positive critique, to where I do think this is the best setup ever. Like, I think if this was the culmination of them being like, fucking COVID's happening, we can't run this cool Golden State Warriors event that we were going to do.
Yeah.
Let's just, have some sort of Netplay event, I'm sure they were like to smash up an all 9. You know what I mean? I'm sure they were that ignorant about it. But I still think this is a cool answer to not being able to do it in person.
Yeah.
That being said, I think this is cool. I just don't think this could fill the same void in the future. But I just don't want I don't want this to be the end product, is really what I'm saying.
And I don't think it will be.
I hope.
Because no one thinks Netplay, because you're right there, I'm debunked there. Netplay, at the end of the day, does not mean garbage to me.
Yeah.
Netplay is not real. We're a community based on our CRT. Like that just no matter how good Netplay gets, and maybe one day it'll be exceeded. But like right now, you gotta be in front of the same TV or the same two TVs for me to give a fuck about it.
Yeah, I agree.
I've definitely been convinced by them, but
What do you mean?
on the not caring about it, because I was just running my argument on the fact that UFC and MMA like worked on they were just trying to have good fights and it didn't really matter about the storyline.
I mean,
They were just trying to put good guys against each other and see who's the best.
that does happen, and then people bitch about that happening.
And it's not even
Like, for instance, they just announced Burns versus Kamaru Usman, which is a really cool fight on paper, but no one gives a shit about the narrative. They're just two friends who like each other.
Yeah.
Like that they're teammates.
So I guess that format doesn't work.
It's a match, but the most legendary matches that you can name off the top of your head, in terms of like sport, maybe not Melee because tournaments, but are the ones where it's set up to be like fucking Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan, iconic, legendary, fucking just fantastic, and you know it because there's the imagery of the thing. There's
Logan Paul versus
exactly.
what's his name?
I don't fucking remember.
KSI.
KSI, yeah.
Did that really happen? Didn't
Yeah.
It did
it?
happen.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And we MMA fans want Logan. Anyway. It's crazy that I keep bringing up MMA. It's relevant. Keeps being relevant.
It's relevant.
It's competitive.
Do I think it's cool? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I really hope that they do this on land and do this in a cool way with a tournament behind it and for them to like be able to like, you know, make money and make this a sustainable thing? Yes. Just really hope this was the Golden State Warriors being like, hey, does Melee have an online? Can we just run this event right now and see what the like? I hope the amount of response that they get from this event doesn't have anything to do with them running a future one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
If it's convenient to me, yeah, I'll fucking watch some of those matches for sure. Honestly, all of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to come from the mic. It should be a good time. I'm hoping it'll be, it'll be good. But, so that's the Octagon thing. How do we feel on time right now, everybody?
We can run some questions.
I think we're going with questions. Think we're time for questions.
Let's push back.
Yeah, well, we'll get the gym. We'll get the Boston gyms.
Yeah.
We'll do that probably next week. This has gone on for about an hour. I think we're all.
I liked it.
I think we're good on that for right now.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to that in a little bit.
Some good chatter.
Yeah, honestly, a longer discussion than I thought.
Yeah.
I liked it.
But I appreciate all of our lovely opinions. I like these topics because I like talking to you guys about it. Because honestly, I don't know how you guys feel about this stuff until I ask you on here.
I don't talk outside of this podcast.
It's true. All you want to do is slam on your desk.
Too.
That's all I got. So I see one chat question in the chat. Kevin wants to know, what are your thoughts on the movie Borat?
Never seen it.
We've talked about this on the podcast before, I think.
Have
I think Borat is the funniest movie ever the first time that you watch it. Borat peaks easily as a comedy the first time
like
you watch
Matt.
Borat. What's that?
It's like Matt.
Sure. I've never done that, so I don't know.
Me either, but I know it's the best first.
Yeah,
Borat is the meth of comedy movies. Borat's fantastic.
What's that dude's name?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the other Sacha Baron Cohen show is way better.
Oh, Ali G.
No, not Borat.
This is America?
Not The Dictator, but the other
That's
one.
Childish Gambino.
Bruno.
Nope. The one where he is a political take, kind of
Oh, The Dictator.
TV show.
No.
I don't know.
Where he's like, yeah,
He like interviews fucking crazy people.
in America, right?
Yeah, like crazy amounts of political figures, and it's like he interviews
Ali G.
Is that really what it is?
I'll Google an image for you.
I'm not sure.
He wears like a do-rag and a tracksuit.
No.
Oh,
He interviewed
never
like who's the football player who killed a guy and his wife?
Yeah. Him.
O.J. Simpson.
Yep.
He interviewed
The Juice.
O.J. Simpson and like tried to play it off like he killed his wife also.
Yeah, I've seen
And a
this.
character,
I've seen this.
and it's fucking the craziest thing. It's he's just be like,
It's
oh!
not this. It's not
No,
Ali G.
no.
I thought he did that.
Anyway, that I like that a lot more than Borat, and not even because the political take, it's just because it's fucking like you could see him playing the character in a scenario where he's super nervous about playing the character. So imagine playing the Borat character in front of Trump, and that was kind of like what the show
Who
was.
is
It was
America?
fucking crazy. Who is America?
So you don't like Borat because it's done better in different.
Borat is fine, but I feel like that is the coolest evolution of that.
Down.
Like playing a funny character in front of random people, but then doing it to the highest degree, to where like if you break character, it's like a huge deal. I think that's fucking crazy.
No Gas, No Breaks is like the same way.
Dude,
Borat.
did they have a new video recently?
I didn't watch it. I saw.
What was it? What is it? What's the?
It's a protest,
Okay.
but it's in support of it. It's not like
I would love that.
it's not that crazy.
So it's a positive video.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Wait,
Kinda.
I'll watch it.
It rocks. Anyway, Borat for me, I like Borat a lot. My wife will always be funny. That shit
My
rocks. That shit kills me every time. I cannot stop saying it. My wife! It's great. On the other hand, when you are a juvenile kid flipping through TV in the middle of the night looking for a show to watch, you see a big old dick spinning around.
Funny.
That shit, not funny. What the fuck is this?
What? You didn't think that was funny?
No, it's like a dick!
Yeah, it's funny to me.
Am I gay now? What's happening?
Oh, no.
The only movie I've ever walked out of was because of my parents, and we were watching that Adam Sandler Borat remix. Don't forget
Remix?
the Zohan.
Oh, don't mess with the Zohan.
Zohan.
That's fair.
I for one think that movie's so funny.
It's very funny.
I was in it. I was like,
Put it on the
do we
list.
have to leave?
After
But my
Spaceballs.
parents were like, we're leaving.
And whatever. Oh, Mission Impossible.
There's a couple. On our Twitter, we
Don't
have
mess with
a
the
question
Zohan.
from Zebra asking us, do you guys have any favorite speedruns you like to watch? Any speedruns?
Halo 3.
I have an answer to this.
That's my answer.
For me, I would say Sunshine. I like Sunshine speedruns a lot. Sunshine's very fun.
So, the first speedrun content I ever watched was Clint Stevens speedrunning,
Which was nice.
Ocarina of
Or
Time.
Ocarina, my bad.
and that got me super into the community. I honestly just think I looked up speedruns on Twitch, and then I found him and thought he was funny. That was cool. But alternately, I love watching gimmick races in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Specifically, like Crystal. Chris M and Shenanigans kind of do these really cool things that I watch constantly.
I'm curious, what's a good gimmick?
It's like they play battleships with Pokemon.
What do you
So
mean?
like I make a battleship list, and then we play Pokemon Red,
Yeah.
and then I catch a Pokemon. I'm like, hey, I caught Celebi, and you're like, miss.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
So you have to get all the like.
Yeah, you have to hit their battleships.
You have to find the Pokemon to hit their battleship.
But you have a pretty good idea when you hit, because you're like, oh, it might be the Pokemon under or the Pokemon to the left.
So they have a uniform.
But they
list.
also play randomizers too, which makes it even fucking harder.
That's funny.
To where I'm looking for this randomized Pokemon. Yeah, it's a crazy ordeal. I
That's
adore
dope.
it.
That's
I'll
cool.
check that out.
I never
Yeah.
heard of that.
Shenanigans and Chris M. My plug.
What's your game, Ted?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like the new memes that have been coming out about speedrunning though.
The new meme. I haven't seen these memes, I don't think.
It's like the one.
Getting banned in Twitch chat.
Yeah, like
the new
it'll
one?
be like stuff like that, like do thing on internet speedrun.
There's an emoji speedrun which I love.
Oh yeah,
They
I've
do
seen
they do
that.
white
Every
emoji.
black
There's a
emoji.
black emoji and there's a white emoji and there's different time categories and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's pretty funny.
It's just doing all the emojis but white or black.
The one I saw from a couple months ago was making a Peter Griffin me speedrun.
Oh, yeah,
that's really good.
That's a good one.
That's a good
video.
speedrun.
There's this one a fashion meme page I follow where he'll do them where he does speed runs of how long it takes him to go to the explore page and find a certain like overplayed garment, like some piece that like it's just people are just like stupid obsessed with and it's like just overhyped,
Yeah.
whatever. He'll be like speed run finding CDG Converse and commenting.
That's hype.
And he puts the video, the webcam footage of the dude doing the all black emoji speedrun world record in the corner.
That's right.
Calamar in chat is a pretty good one. Getting banned in Club Penguin.
That's a good one.
A good one.
Yeah. That game's dead though.
Bringing it back to Melee, I saw one recently that was the speedrun for dying the quickest in Falco's target test.
Okay.
So
Dude,
you,
that's
like,
sick.
so like you spawn, you immediately like air dodge into the lava and then SDI in a way that you die quick.
That's rad.
I saw a good question in the chat. It was and I'm curious about this actually. What are your favorite Avatar characters? What is your favorite Avatar character?
Specifically the first one.
First one. First.
Not Korra.
Not Korra. Toph. Good answer.
Followed by Ira.
Same. Toph and
Your
Ira.
favorite?
Toph and Ira.
Your favorite?
Yep. Toph.
I'm gonna go Zuko.
Zuko's up there.
Zuko makes my top 5.
Yeah, it's top 3, I think. Oh, maybe top 4.
Zuko's fire, dude.
Sokka's so sick.
Zuko has the arc, man.
Yeah, he's got the best arc.
Where's Toph's arc?
What's Toph's arc?
Toph doesn't do anything.
Yeah, she does.
Well, what's her arc?
She learns to
how's-
love and be a family and how to deal with people her age.
Barely. Not more than Zuko.
And she invents metal
Not more
building.
than Zuko. Fair.
Zuko's
She learns to metal bend.
Clue has the most, which is cool. She's like, I can't do anything in here, and then she's like, I can't. Metal bending. Metal bending's so sick. And then she invents the police. So.
Oh, I also really love
My
the Avatar form. Avatar Roku.
Roku's dope too.
That's a
Really
good
like
answer.
Roku.
My biggest gripe about Avatar is not being able to relate to the characters. However, I will say Zuko is a great replacement for that, and I think throughout the series, it's like, I like this guy. He's
Yeah.
fucking.
He's sick.
I didn't think he was like all the way like
Bad.
comedic gimmick. You know, I felt like he was.
Sokka or Zuko?
Yeah, I think Misaka.
Sokka's the
Boomerang.
water tribe dude with the
I mean,
boomerang.
I mean that guy. Sorry, I'm
Sokka tribe.
Zuko's Scar.
Oh, okay. No, I
Zuko's
don't
got
mean
more
fire guy.
powers.
I relate to Zuko more than anyone else in the show.
I'd say Sokka.
You a Tachi fan, you.
It's true. Edgy.
What are your opinions on meth?
Don't do math.
Well,
Great the first time.
as a man from Methuen, I got nothing. I got nothing. I've never tried it, and it's not what I want to try. But I hear it's great the first time. So I'd say try it once. And
No, do not.
I'll be the alternate point here.
Counterpoint.
Hard drugs are awesome,
Oh my god, Patty.
except just don't do them the first time.
Oh, nice.
That's
I will
bad
always
state, Bill.
accept that doing meth would be a sick experience, but I think it would ruin my life. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
the same way where I legitimately believe doing heroin would be a crazy experience, but it would ruin my life.
Yeah.
So like there are thoughts where I have where like, dude, if I live to 80, I might just do all the drugs.
No, don't do that.
I would, because if I'm just gonna die, like
Do
I
all
really
of it?
think
Why
just getting,
not?
I really think just getting addicted to drugs would be a kind of cool ending.
Dude, you already
And I
are
can-
gonna be.
I can see how that might like ruin your legacy. You know, my family might think of me differently in the post-death. But dude, fuck it, I'm just gonna become a heroin addict when I'm 80.
Old people are already all hopped up on every pharmaceutical in the
Yeah,
It
dude, I
doesn't make
just
it
don't
better.
I feel like what you do there is you kind of do the old dog strat where you're like, hey family, I'm going on a vacation, go somewhere else, do a bunch of heroin, fucking die, and leave a note being like, hey guys, I wanted to fucking try it and I was ready to go. Like,
Love you.
love you.
That's so
no,
selfish.
no, I mean, who cares? It's my life.
I'm
Who
80.
do I live for but me?
How many
You
people?
got your children?
No, legitimately, how many
They're
people
old
are
now.
caring about me when I'm 80? How many fucking people? I have multiple relatives who are 80. I try to care about them as much as
Are you
possible.
not gonna care about your mom and dad when they're old as fuck?
Whoa.
Fucking moron. Come on. It's so easy.
Yeah, if
I'm
my
sure
mom started
that
doing
people-
heroin, she was 80. Yeah, that's a good
You'd
point.
probably be like, Mom! Or maybe you
Yeah.
wouldn't be. I don't know.
No, yeah, it would
but
be.
what if your mom was in pain and suffering and having a terrible time,
No, do whatever you want.
and she's already like fucking 5 years out? Fucking dose up, ma.
My dad is always, and I know he means it, is if I'm ever like connected to a machine, just fucking kill me. And I'm like, yeah, fine, whatever. I'm always like, bink, and I'll unplug it, go, my sweet boy, you're off to the Netherlands or whatever the fuck.
I mean, you think you get to kill your dad. That's hype.
That is sick. I'm taking over the dynasty of the Allen family.
You get his powers like Highlander.
It's true. My dad doesn't really have any powers. He's a cool guy.
He's got carpentry. It's a good power.
I think he can cook real good.
You take that.
Yeah, I'm down. Maybe I'll kill my dad.
Yeah, I've had.
Fly.
I think when you're old, if you're old and you want to die, I think doing heroin's sick.
Yeah, I think that's a sick way to go out.
That's a good play. It's like, hey guys, remember how I'm my own person? I'm ready to go, and I'm gonna go out with a big old dragon hug. And just-
I'm gonna go as happy as I can be.
yeah, hell yeah. I got a bunch of money. I'll say to you guys, don't worry. Don't worry about your fucking inheritance. You'll get plenty. Just let old grandpa do some heroin and die in his own terms.
I'll
huh?
catch you guys in the wake.
Yeah. See y'all in heaven, bitch. I'm out of here.
Anything else better?
See PJ in there.
I'll
probably be
gonna...
miserable in an anxious wreck. I think the heroin at 80. Killjoy.
Fuck you, PJ. I miss you. Any other questions?
See you in hell after my heroin.
I want PJ to come over to our house again for a party.
That was fun.
I love that.
I liked it when he was at our house for a party. It was fun. I was like, Dad, PJ's here.
He's like, hey guys.
Do you mean Mario Kart?
There are girls here.
Definitely. He said that actually. He's like, Michael, I didn't know there's girls here.
I would have worn not my sweatshirt.
You looked nice.
He did look nice.
I love PJ's great. One of my favorite people.
Oh, alright.
That's all the questions we have?
Also, I have a question.
Cool.
That was nicotine. You're addicted.
What do you think about...
Okay.
Fuck.
I have one.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
That's actually...
Bring us on.
Cool. Alright, last question.
Bring us on.
My next video will most likely be... Well, no, it won't be that. My next video after the next video...
Your next.
Next video will most likely be... what made you love the Melee community? And for that, I say, like, what made you keep coming back to tournaments? Was it local PRs? Was it, like, the beginning of, like, was it the Facebook group? You know, New England Melee Facebook group being like, oh, this is a cool, fun group. And the two caveats, you can't say friendship or competition. Go.
Oh.
This is way too big of a topic to discuss.
Is this a top 10?
Just real quick, what are the...
What's the video format? A top 10?
Maybe, I don't know. Shut up.
I don't know.
The game.
Broad, yeah, you took out friendship, but the people were just, I like the people. That's why yeah, but it's the best answer. I think.
There's no hard answer.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I would say competition. Like it's such a boilerplate. Like yeah, the game is good. Like the community is good.
It was the place to play the game.
And I like competition. And it's my outlet for it. I'm not a fucking javelin.
I think if you're fishing for other answers, then there's inherently something wrong with the question that you're asking.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want us to say? Mewtwo? Am I supposed to say
You want me to say it
Mewtwo?
was G-Town Tom?
Because it wasn't Tom. I like Tom, but I'm not gonna go. It's like Tom O'Clock going to the tournament to see Tom. Sorry, that was like a thing.
It wasn't a fucking chain grabs. I'm not.
It wasn't the bad things.
Up the rest might have got you.
Commentary's a good answer. I like getting on the mic. That was a lot of fun.
You're hearing yourself talk. I mean,
It's not because I like hearing myself because I couldn't. It's mostly that I enjoyed talking to the people that I enjoy talking to, but doing it in a place where there's feedback for the conversation.
Is that true? What's your best feedback you've gotten from commentary?
Shut up, idiot. Stop getting on the microphone. That didn't happen.
And to this day.
I always remember Ryubi. I don't know if it was me and you or me and Freddie, but I was having a good time, I know. I saw the chat, Ryubi is like, this is so stupid. And I'm like, I'm doing something right. Nice! And then you keep going. That's it.
Alright.
That's it.
I think an easy answer would be like rivals. I think there's a ton of local rivals that you have.
That falls into the umbrella term of competition.
I think it does, but I think it's a little bit different.
It's more specific.
I think people like Stuss are a bit entering New Game Pluses to beat someone specifically.
Yeah.
You know?
Are they?
Yeah.
Do you think that's why you first started coming? How are you gonna have a rival if you don't know nobody?
Great point. So I think people like Mr. Levin are a great point to this. Where it's like that isn't necessarily competition or friendship. That is like a bond between the game, which is a little bit different. Yeah. I think that those types of experiences are the ones that make people actually come back to the game.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear your top 10 or whatever you want to do for a format, but I think it's, at the end of the day, for anyone, it's the game. If you like any part of Melee that's not the game, I'm very confused. Because the game is what we play to do these things.
Real quick, opposite. Least favorite part of Melee tournaments. Go.
When I first started going?
No.
Least favorite part. Least favorite part?
I
would say my own ego. I would say my own idea of how good I should be doing.
I have to lose.
Yeah. Like, that's just the fact that, like, I'll lose to someone, and for some reason I think that makes me feel bad about myself. Whereas I'm not the best player in the room, not even close. So why should I even care about that?
My least favorite part, and also partially one of my favorite parts, was clicks. I thought clicks were really lame, but at the same time I was like, nah,
What?
Clicks.
Clicks?
Oh, you mean like?
no, I hate human nature.
No, I thought there was a
No,
bit
he means like groups
of like
people who are friends.
high school.
Oh!
I think there's a bit of high school always like relevant in the Melee scene. I think that is pretty lame.
Any scene ever is gonna have that. That's how people work.
Any group of people will have that.
Also, I don't know. I think it's way less relevant in Melee than.
I mean, Habs invented clicks in Melee. So that makes sense.
It's true.
You
We
get
get
that.
And why is
That's
ruining
that's
it,
our
too?
fault.
Sorry,
True.
sorry, guys.
It's true.
Last shot question:
boys
favorite
of
boss.
Melee.
Favorite what?
Favorite boss.
Boss?
Yeah,
Boss?
in a video game, assumingly.
Oh, I like, there is a boss named Vilstat in Dark Souls 3 who is super cool. And he's got a big old bell staff, and he's like gold. And he's not that hard, but he's like super cool. And I named my shiny Aegislash Vilstat after him.
So I think all my favorite bosses are from Pokemon.
That's a good answer.
Oh, what's it?
I think it's fun. If you count Elite Four as bosses,
Sure.
it's got to be Drake.
Oh,
you're
Drake's
right.
so nice.
I love Drake.
I love your idea for Drake too.
Yeah, he's
Please
an
say
boss.
the reason why you like him so much.
I've never thought of him
Oh,
as a boss,
yeah.
but yeah.
Because I went into the Elite Four with a Salamence, a Flygon, and something. One of the other ones that he had.
Yeah,
I think like a.
Flygon? You already said Flygon?
said
Yeah,
Flygon.
I forget what I had. But then I was like, hey! We got. Me and you were on the same level here. Hey,
He's like a sea captain.
Yeah.
You're like, he's
You're not so bad.
And then I also love Gen 1 Giovanni. The
Oh,
mob
yeah.
boss.
Mob boss.
He's so sick. He's got the tie. He's got a ride on.
Ground types.
Yeah.
Rock types, whatever. Same thing. Or there's two.
I think
Poke-
I think it is ground.
It's ground, I think.
Pokemon, I like your perspective. Blue. I thought
Who's
it
the
was
red one?
cool to be like, oh, shit.
Red is also
Red is
so
sick.
cool.
Red's sick in the same way to where it's like, oh, he's not a type trainer. He's a trainer. I thought
And
that
you're
was
like,
really
that's
cool.
me.
But in terms of bosses, I think Metal Gear Solid is fucking dope with it. I think the one boss where where he's like, oh, I can read your moves.
Oh, Psycho Man.
So,
Psycho Mantis.
so he read every single one of your moves, but if you plugged your controller into port 2, he didn't know what you were doing.
This guy watched Watch Mojo, dude. I'm telling you.
No, honestly, it's all from one friendship I had
He'll
with
be like,
Frankie Nozak.
so you enjoy playing Castlevania? And you're like, how does he know I like Castlevania?
Oh yeah, he read your PS1 data.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
PS2
He's
data.
like, how's your ex-girlfriend? Your parents doing well?
a week ago. No, filing for divorce.
Haven't beat Crash yet.
It's like, I haven't regret it.
I thought that was so cool. That was the coolest thing ever.
That is rad.
That is cool.
And it's like groundbreaking. I'm gonna do 3 because I'm a cheater and I like games.
Go.
I'm gonna do the second Colossus and Shadow of the Colossus. Because the first time you see him, you're like,
What's the second one?
the really big guy.
Yeah.
Like he's
They're
tall
all
as.
really big?
No, well, not. Some of them were like actually kind of small.
I don't know the game that well.
First one
There's
is
a
like
fish one.
here's how to kill bosses.
Yes.
It's small.
And the second one, you go on top of the hill, and it's just the biggest dude you ever see in your whole life.
Yeah.
Fucking huge. Even for PS2 graphics, you're like, holy fuck, it's nasty. It's rad. Senator Armstrong and Metal Gear Revengeance. He's the final boss. He's the dude who's like, played college ball, you know, Texas State. Could have gone pro if I didn't join the Navy. And then he kicks your ass and sick. And then,
You've said that before.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And third is I already forgot. Oh, it's the monkey in the new game. Sekiro,
Kill
Shadows
two.
Die Twice.
Oh.
The monkey who you have to fight twice. He's the cool boss. You kill him once, you kill the monkey.
Crazy Hand in Melee.
It's a great end! Actually, I like Master Hand a lot. Master Hand's a cool boss. I like Master Hand.
I think it's a cool boss.
When I first realized Crazy Hand was a thing, that blew my mind.
Like, Crazy Hand's like, yeah, anyway.
All mine are Dark Souls bosses for sure.
Yeah, they're great.
And I think that's for show. We're gonna hit it. Goodbye. Thank
Wanna
you
hold
for
hands?
tuning in tomorrow.
Kumbaya.
I
Yeah,
mean,
hold hands.
next time we'll do another thing. Probably do it a mono soon. They'll have a gimmick or something. I don't know. Thank you.
Kumbaya.
And that, my lord.
Kumbaya. Kumbaya.
I can't hit it. I cannot hit it.
Suicide.
I just wanna kiss you, but I can't right now.
no sufrir.